Hello and welcome. My name is Tavishima Ayede. I solve sales and marketing challenges, and I'm currently making this podcast recording at my desk. It's late at night, families around, so there will be some interruptions. The goal of this podcast is business education, so please spread the word. Let your friends and family members know in Nigeria and abroad so they can benefit from the questions that we tackle. They can do that by subscribing on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, or any player of their choice. And if you have any sales and marketing questions, then bring them to me. You can call, you can SMS, you can WhatsApp me on 080 6466 2140. Now, today on the show, how will I put this? Okay, let's just say the question is, how can I be more like my business heroes? And of course, when I say me, I don't mean like me. I mean the person that I was talking to. Now, this is the background. I was talking to someone who is a budding fashion entrepreneur, and as his inspiration, he has two correct guys, Lagos-based boys, Shei Vodi and Yomi Casual. Both of them are how will I put it now? They have high-profile clientele, celebrities, politicians, as in, these are like big boys. Okay, sorry about that. Just like I promised, there was going to be some interruptions. So that was my little one. He just came in because he needed my attention for something. So I said, now, this guy, the budding fashion entrepreneur, the people that he's trying to model himself after, Shea Vodi and Yomi Casual, Lagos boys, they deal with celebrities, politicians, high-profile people, pretty much. Now, Shea Vodi, his kind of stuff is he mostly does men's suits and natives. And from what I saw online, they say that the guy does vertical silhouettes, silhouette. I don't know how it's pronounced. And since I'm not in the fashion, I don't even know what a silhouette or a silhouette is, because it means something else in photography than it means in fashion. So it looks like the guy has a certain kind of style, but since me, I don't have a fashion bone in my body. When I look, I'm like, man, Shei's stuff is tight. But to be honest, if you want me to break it down, like I can't break it down because I don't know fashion. I don't do fashion. Then Yomi Casual, some people would say his stuff is contemporary designs, but he always does African fabric. So like that's his thing. So yeah, anyway, those are them basically. And this guy wants to model his business after these two. So, if you want to model your self after your heroes, the first thing you have to do is to try and figure out the ingredients to their success. Good news, the internet is here. So you can Google, you can search. Sometimes people do case studies on certain kinds of entrepreneurs. You can use Google Gemini, you can use ChatGPT. There are lots of tools that you can use to do some research. Sorry, one moment, and I will be back. Okay, sorry about that. I am back. This time was my wife who was looking for my attention because, it's late night, evening. She's in the middle of making dinner, and so she needed one or two things so she can sort the boys out. Okay, where was I? So I was talking about how if you want to model yourself after somebody nowadays, it's not hard. There's lots of stuff available on the internet, or you can use these AI tools to make your research a lot easy. Or you'll be able to find one or two things that the person that you like did to get to where they were. Now, there's something that I tell lots of people, which is that ideas are the easy part. When I repeat, ideas are the easy part. Execution is the main thing. Especially since I have started consulting now. For some reason, you sit down with someone, you guys come up with a plan, you draw up the list, and for some reason, people just don't execute. There are lots of people who don't understand that, like, we can sit down and we can come up with the ideas from now until kingdom come. If you are not going to do one thing to take a step in the right direction, then you have wasted your time and your money. Now, because I'm a Christian and because I have church mind, I feel bad collecting somebody's money and we're not making progress. So I'll always try to make sure that we are making progress, no matter how much or no matter how little you are paying. But for now, please know that the thing that you need to do, that is the easy part, precisely because we have Google and we have AI tools. So finding the answer, what should I do? That is easy. We need a resolve. We need the resolve, and we need a plan so that tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whenever you start your day, you can start implementing this thing. That is actually what will make things move forward. So, me and the guy, we have some back and forth to try and figure out what it is that makes Shei Vodi and Yomi Casual, what makes them tick. And we came up with a couple of stuff: quality and craftsmanship. So I don't know much about fashion, but I must admit, when I see Yomi Casual, because I've seen it live on some people, I'm like, okay, I can see that this is a correct workmanship here. Like, this is nice. It's not bad. So both of them, Shei and Yomi, they clearly have a thing of, if I touch something, this thing has to be on point. It has to be 5 stars. So that is one thing that Shei Vodi and Yomi Casual have, and that we can attribute to their success. Oh, by the way, since I don't know Shei one-on-one, and since I don't know Yomi one-on-one, and since I've never had conversations with them, all these things I'm coming up with is just me and this other guy, the young fashion entrepreneur, just trying to, based on what we've seen online, I'm trying to figure out a couple of things, what we think was responsible for them coming up with the level of success that they have. So next was what I would call unique value proposition, which is, why should somebody do business with me? But I guess other people would, in the fashion space, would probably call it a design philosophy or a calling card or something. I don't know how to explain it, but the thing is, when you look at Shei Vodi or when you look at Yomi Casual, you can see clearly there's a difference. You can't say one person is copying another. I mean, they're definitely not doing tailor and cut and join and all of that. But there's a clear design philosophy that is going into what it is that they do. So, like I said, Shei, his thing is men's suits and native. And they have a certain look. Some people say it's vertical silhouette or whatever that means. But Shei, he has this kind of look. Yomi Casual, of course, you say Yomi Casual, not Yomi Formal. So Yomi Casual, contemporary designs, and then African fabric. So he also has his thing. So clearly, they have their calling card, they have their style, they have their design philosophy, they have their unique fashion elements. Or in my own case, I would say unique value proposition. Why do people do business with you? So if somebody wants something Afrocentric cosmopolitan, you call up Yomi Casual. But then you want something more men's suit and native, but something more structured, you call up Shei Vodi. So that is also another thing that we figure can attribute to their success. And then networking and relationships. Yeah, we think that was instrumental to their success, because remember, both of these young men, both of these young men, or both of these guys, let me not say young men, just in case any of them are older than me, let them not look at me and say that you're calling me young man. You're not born you were, that kind of thing. So both of these individuals, Shei Vodi and Yomi Casual, just in case they're older than me, their clientele, like I said, high profile, celebrities, politicians, all those big magazines, so and so's birthday party, so and so's naming ceremony, so and so's remembrance of burial and all whatnot. All those big things. African movie, AMVCA, Africa Movie and Something Awards, red carpet. Back when I was in Lagos, Yomi Casual, you'd even see some celebrities on the billboard. So, I mean, those are the kind of circles that these guys roll in. So definitely, we know for sure that networking and relationships is part of the reason why they're successful. In fact, for Yomi Casual, we speculate, we guess that because Yomi Casual is the younger brother of AY, the comedian AY, is it Ayomako or something? I can't remember his name anyway. I think he did this movie with Ramsey Noah. What was it called again? Something Demons. Is it Yoruba Demons or something? I can't remember anyway. But he was in a comedy with Ramsey Noah, Jim Ike, who again? Maybe like 4 or 5 of them, sure. Anyway, so definitely, I'm assuming Yomi Casual would have told his brother that, hey bro, how far now? I know say you get 1 or 2 connects, and you know me, I'm doing this fashion thing, I beg 1 or 2 introductions, I beg if you go hook me up with this person, that person, as in you go nice, that kind of thing. So I'm assuming, we both assume, we are not trying to take away from the level of success that Yomi Casual has built for his business, but we suspect that his brother may have made 1 or 2 introductions. So personal relationships, trying to utilize your existing connections, we definitely think that is part of it. Then personalized services, because especially for the kind of clientele that they have, bespoke is a thing. Because people don't want to spend hundreds of thousands and millions on you, and then what you're delivering them is the same thing that you're delivering to anybody else. So it has to be a bespoke element there. You go, you do fitting, you do resizing. Because I heard Mai Atafo, or May Atafo, I'm not sure how his name is pronounced. I saw May Atafo on something on DSTV, and he was talking about the whole consultation process. You come in, you sit down, you sketch, you agree, you draw the something, and then you do the first whatever, you come, you do the fitting, and then you go back in. I think they do like 2 fittings or something. So, at that level, where people are paying you good money for their designs and good money for their cloth, they expect a certain level of personalization and customization that goes with it. So we think that that's also part of the things that made them successful. And then, of course, sorry, one moment. Okay, sorry about that. A reminder just came up. I actually have to be leaving soon. I have a meeting to get to. Okay, well, let me wrap up. So, and then we also think word of mouth. So, especially since it's more of networking and relationships, it has to be word of mouth introductions, all those sorts of things. And then, of course, visibility and then brand presence. So, lots of celebrity endorsements. My guess is that they were giving lots of gifts to celebrities, because especially in the early days, when you don't have a brand, I doubt that every single celebrity in the beginning were. I don't think every single celebrity that put on their stuff in the early days was a paid client, because I also was listening to Kelechi Amadi Obi. This was a while ago. Kelechi Amadi Obi, he's a photographer based in Lagos. And for those of us who are young and up and coming back then, he's someone that we really, really respected, because Kelechi Amadi Obi was really good with off-camera lighting, advanced lighting, these sorts of things. And eventually, Kelechi Amadi Obi would start doing work with the South African Tourism Board, and would also start rolling in, Nigerian high life. I say high life, not high life. What will I say? High society circles and things like that. So I was at one event where Kelechi mentioned that the early photos he took of P Square, that they didn't pay him. That it was a matter of him just like, oh, I've seen your stuff, blah blah blah. I'm going to be in town, or I'll be come to my studio, 1 or 2 things, So I was surprised to find out that even for Kelechi Amadi Obi, some of those early celebrity stuff wasn't a paid something. He was one that hooked up the whole thing by himself, because he wanted to try out some creative concepts, and also because he was looking at how I put it. It would help with the visibility and with the brand presence. So I suspect that Yomi Casual and Shea Vodi have done some of these things. By the way, if any of you is connected to these guys, let me know. I'd like to have their phone number. I'd like to have a chat with them. Maybe even interview them for this podcast, because a whole lot of what I'm saying now is just plenty speculation. But I'm assuming that this is stuff that helped them in their business. Then, of course, being featured in the media and then public relations and things like that. So, in my own opinion, and for this fashion entrepreneur, these are the reasons why we think Shea Vodi and Yomi Casual are successful business people in the fashion space, successful fashion entrepreneurs today, and that's the reason why they have the name that they carry in Lagos, Yoruba land, kind of, because in Abuja, if you say Yomi Casual in Abuja, people will be like, Yomi who? They don't, Abuja people don't know that kind of stuff or don't dress that kind of stuff. So that's it. Now, the whole point of asking this question, what are the ingredients to this person's success, is because, Tim Robbins, is it Tony Robbins? So Tony Robbins, he's famous for saying success leaves clues. So the idea is, if you can figure out this is what the person did, and I do this kind of thing, then I should be all right. I should be good. So yes, that is one step. Now, the second part to it, and the conversation that I like to have, because lots of people don't realize how they're setting themselves up for failure, is this. Now that we've figured out what the ingredients are, or we've been able to guess this is what the ingredients might be, we also need to have realistic timeframes and realistic expectations about what we can achieve. And this is how I told this is what I told this fashion entrepreneur. I told him that Shea Vodi started in 2001. The guy said yes. So that Shea Vodi, excuse me, his journey has been 24 years. As at the time of this recording, Shea Vodi has been running this game 24 years. The guy said yes. So Yomi Casual, Yomi Casual started around that kind in 2007. You say yes. So therefore, Yomi Casual has been running this game for 18 years. We say yes. The reason why we need to have this conversation is because lots of you are looking at somebody. In America, they call this a snapshot. You're looking at, the snapshot theory. You're looking at the snapshot of somebody today, not as that person was yesterday or when he started. So a lot of you today are saying, I want to be like Shea Vodi and I want to be like Yomi Casual. But you're thinking you want to be like how they are today, and forgetting the fact that Shea has built this thing 24 years. Yomi has built this thing 18 years. So with this whole snapshot theory, what you should be doing is, don't be looking at Shea Vodi as he is now in 2025, or Yomi Casual as he is now 18 years later. Try and figure out 24 years ago, how did they start? That is the snapshot you should be looking at. And that is the realistic time frame that you should have. If you're looking at two people and you think these two people are certified big boys, they are correct guys, one of them took 24 years, another person took 18, why are you thinking your own journey will take 1 year? These are things that we do that give ourselves unnecessary BP. If two people you think are correct guys, each of them 2 decades, why do you think 2 years your own will set? Let's just be realistic here. Now, yes, there are some people that 1 year, 1.5 year, everything don't set, as in everything clicks. Yes. But remember, those people are outliers. That is not the average. So we need to have a realistic time frame. I'm not saying that you should assume that your own journey is going to be 20 years. Especially for those of you who are like 45, 50. You will now be saying 20 years. What are you saying? That I will not live the soft life. I will not hammer until I'm 70. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we need to have realistic expectations. So another thing that I recommend for people who can, if you can be close to the source, if there's a way that you can work for or internship for Shea or Yomi, try. I heard that Yomi has, the guy I was talking to said Yomi has like 40 something people that sew for him. If you can go and be number 45, as in try. If you can enter that clique, it will help, because you will see from the source, you will learn from the source. And if you're enterprising, and if you're helpful, and if you're trustworthy, they'll even be giving you small assignments. The assignment will increase, more and more responsibility. By the time you stay in that kind of setup, like 1.5, 2 years, you learn a couple of things, and then you start your own business journey. You'll be starting on a higher level than somebody who is just coming from day one and who wants to use idea to blow. So if you can, internship, if you can, go and work there, try. Some people want to go the mentorship route. That's okay, that's good. But this is the advice I'm going to give. If you want to go the mentorship route, don't go and say, Shay, I love your work, please mentor me. That's awkward. It's somehow, those kind of conversations don't work. Like Oprah Winfrey was on TV one time, somebody was talking about female empowerment and blah, blah, blah. And she said that for her, it's very awkward when a young lady walks up to her and says, oh, mentor me. She said, she doesn't know what to do. That's what Oprah said. You just roll up on her and say, Oprah, I love you. Please mentor me. Please be my mentor. Oprah doesn't know what to do next. The average person doesn't know what to do next. These people are business people. They are not coaches. So, if you try and take the scope that you want to deliver value first, and you roll up on someone and you're like, oh, Shay, yummy, love what you do, blah, 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 really inspired. I, on the other hand, I have this skill set. I think I can use this skill set to grow your business or grow this particular part or this small department in this and this and this and this and this way. I would love the opportunity to be of service. If you come from that angle, you will find that you will naturally fall into a kind of mentor-mentee relationship, because you're a smallie coming into this thing, trying to derive value to somebody. So naturally, this person, as he's taking value from you, will also be giving you one or two things. Like, okay, this thing you are trying to do, no, next time, run them like this. Next time, do it like that. Or if it was me, I would have done it like this. So don't come in saying, yummy, mentor me. Come in saying, this is me, this is my skill set, this is the value that I think I can bring to you, to your operation, to your business, to this particular aspect, to this charity, to this thing you're paying attention to this pet project, to this whatever. So if you come at it from that angle, you will just naturally, over time, fall into a mentor and mentee relationship. So that, for me, is the answer to the question, how can you be like your business hero? Go and do some research, figure out the ingredients, and then come up with an action plan, start implementing. But then remember snapshot theory. The journey that took them 3 decades, don't think you're going to do it in 2 years. So the picture you should be looking at is when they were at your own level. Where were they? Or how did they start? If you can internship, please go and do it. If you can go and learn work, go and do it. If you're going to the mentorship route, never roll up on anybody and say, please be my mentor. If I go and I say, Dangote, please be my mentor, Dangote is going to rightfully think, you know what? I have too many things on my table right now. I'm not looking for extra work, because I will sound like I'm giving him work. But if I roll up on Dangote and say, love what you do, I like the fact that when you and Otetola tried to have, what was it called? Was it Black Star? I think it was Black Star. When they wanted to buy the refineries, they came up with a proposal under Obasanjo's regime. I think during Obasanjo's second term, they came up with a consortium. I think it was called Black Star or something, or Blue Star. They wanted to buy all the refineries. That's Port Harcourt, Kaduna, where again. They wanted to buy it and then operate it. And I think they won the bid, but there was a lot of popular outcry against Dangote and Otetola at the time. So the thing was revoked, even though they had paid money. And anyway, so if I approach him saying that, oh, Mr. Dangote, I remember when I was in secondary school, you were trying this thing didn't work. I'm glad you stuck to it. You've been visionary. You've inspired me, blah, blah, blah. I like what you do. This is my skill set. I think with my skills, I should be able to add value here to this particular project, to this thing, to that thing. Can I get your PA's number? I would love to have a meeting to see if my small skills can help move your ministry in any way. If I come at it from that angle, I'm not saying it's a guarantee. I'm just saying I might stand a shot because at least I'm not looking like extra work. If I come and say, Dangote, mentor me, I'm definitely looking like extra work. I'm looking like homework. And as far as he's concerned, he will say, look, you know what? With the government, with this, with that, with oil marketers, with all whatnot, my hands are full. I don't have time for any pet projects. The other way, I stand a chance. Somehow. So that's all for today. Remember, if you have any sales and marketing questions, then bring them to me. You can call, you can SMS, you can WhatsApp on 080-6466-2140. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I'll catch you all at the next episode.